Hi, my name is Dr. Geetika Mittal Gupta, and I'm Livaeco GlobalSpa Fit Fab. My fitness mantra is to be dedicated and disciplined every day.
Hi guys, I'm Soumya, and today I have the pleasure and a company and a beautiful company of Dr. Geetika Mittal Gupta. Dr. Gupta is an award-winning cosmetologist who heads a team of dermatologists across various ISAAC Luxe Center in Delhi, Gurgaon, and Mumbai. After practicing for more than a decade, she had created ISAAC Luxe. It's a contemporary and a comfortable environment, a zone wherein she meets up with her clients and she discusses their concerns and addresses them. Her focus is bridging the gap between the conventional beauty treatments and the cosmetic procedures. This is all to deliver a very healthy skin, body, and the hair solutions that each of her clients at ISAAC Solutions get. She believes in a holistic approach for managing the skin, hair, and concerns, which are often a combination of FDA-approved medical technologies, at-home care, and diet. She is a pioneer of several innovative and successful skin treatments in India. The beauty industry knows her as a modern, scientific, and a naturally gifted persona for the skincare that she brings in, the treatments that she has, because they're all very effective. Welcome, Dr. Geetika.
Thank you. Thanks for the lovely introduction, and super excited for this interview today. And I feel skincare industry is ever evolving, and skincare and wellness go hand in hand. So I've always believed that only if you're healthy inside, it will reflect on the outside.
Very well said. Very well said. So, of course, there are no guesses. Looking at your skin, one can always say that you are a dermat and you have been taking very good care of your skin. But more than the skin, like you said, it's also fitness that comes into the picture when it becomes the holistic wellness approach. So what's your fitness regime like?
You know what, I feel that over a period of time, it has really evolved and expanded into just not bodily fitness, but also mental fitness, spiritual fitness, which all become a very important part. So being mentally healthy, spiritually healthy, and physically healthy, they all come together in making a person fit and fab.
Fabulous. What does wellness mean to you?
Yeah, so for me, wellness does mean having a good sense of well-being, not only in the inside, but also on the outside. Because if you're sleeping well every day and if you're eating healthy, that would definitely reflect as your mental well-being and physical well-being. So for me, wellness is not a shortcut to just losing some weight or inches and looking just your perfect size. But for me, it is also happy inside out.
Great. So, we've spoken about the fitness, we have spoken about wellness. Now the part of the skincare, I'll go back to it. What is your skincare routine?
So my skincare routine is, I would say, changes with every season and every weather, because skin is the largest organ of the body, and your skin health would always reflect what is going on inside. So if someone is having certain gut issues, or if even someone is having certain hormonal issues, it would reflect on the skin. So for me, skincare always expands depending on my internal well-being. For me, it starts with definitely the perfect routine, which is in the morning with cleansing, toning, moisturizing, with targeted serums, under-eye cream, and a sunblock. And if someone would have heard my stories or my blogs, then I've always emphasized on using good quantity of the creams in the right perfect proportion based on your skin type. Because each and everyone's skin is very different and it changes over a period of the month. So for women, for example, one might break out into acne just before their periods because of the hormonal issues, or maybe due to the stress. So it's very important to understand the skin and just not follow something which is being shown on the media just as a regular routine, but understand your skin type with your dermatologist and follow it to the T.
Great. You're India's renowned cosmetic dermatologist. Please tell us about your learnings, your journey, whatever you would like to share with our readers here.
That's, in fact, a very interesting question. For me, my journey always started with staying humble and staying foolish, always keen to learn. And I never took this journey as a very serious one. For me, it was ever evolving. And I think it's very important not to take your work or let's say your life too seriously. Do a dedicated job which is well attended to with the right intention, and success would always reach out to you.
You've mentioned to take life as it comes? Is that what you would say? Why you're dedicated to
Not
what you're
really.
focusing?
Planning is important only then. If you take life as it comes, in my opinion, then one would be very stressed. So I'm a very good planner. I have always planned my days, my weeks, or even years. And that just takes off the stress. And then you would be prepared to handle each day as it comes. So if I'm going off to work, for example, I would have my plan ready that whom I'm meeting and what I'm planning to do during that day. Or even if I'm going to spend my day with my children, I would have a plan ready with them. So that just keeps the stress off, and I know how much to deliver, when to deliver. So I'm not doing anything with so much of stress, but doing it with planning. Doing it with stress free emotion is very important for me. Making the right choices. If you're choosing to do the work that you love with full passion and always choosing to learn more and more and taking in the best of experiences from life, I think it's a great journey that anyone and everyone can undertake.
Great. I think in this you've also answered a question that's coming in the later in this questionnaire about how do you maintain your work-life balance. So I think
I think
it's your planning.
I would want to also say on that there is no perfect work life balance. Many times, a lot of my patients, my colleagues do ask me because I'm a mother of two. I feel they both are there, but sometimes your work can take precedence and sometimes your personal life. So every day is different. Some days my kids would want me more, and that time the work might take a backseat. And sometimes when the work wants me more and wants me to travel, then of course my family participates, my husband participates to take care of the children. So the balance is not achieved every day in and out. It is the situation which calls for the right action.
Okay. What prompted you to start ISAAC Luxe?
So I'm a doctor definitely from academia, and then I took my entrepreneurial journey thinking that there was a big gap when it came to skincare industry. Because when we talk about aesthetics and beauty, there's so many times driven by a person's needs, not by want. You would want to take care of your facial hair, you might want to take care of the anti-aging procedures, but for that one might not want to step into a hospital kind of a setup. So you want standardized procedures which are safe and effective, which was definitely lacking when I started. There was no standardized treatment, there was no standardized protocol. The technologies which were used were not even US FDA approved. So that prompted me to not only deliver standardized protocol driven treatments, but also which are safe. I generally, in my clinic, encourage my patients to get educated as to what I'm doing and what technology I'm using, because these have to be very, very safe. Everyone wants to look good when they step into the clinic. No one wants to go back without a good experience or a harm done to the skin. So it's a lot of education that I believe in, not only to myself, but also to my patients, and doing standardized, effective treatments. In my clinic, there is no gray area. If any patient would want to get more knowledge on what we are doing, we are more than happy to share the knowledge. Even the side effects, if there are any, we always love to share it, because we want everyone to have a clarity, because these days everyone is very educated. Everything is there out in the Google. So it's important to know what is right and choose right.
Great. So, apart from the lack of information and the kind of environment that you saw, so that's more on the infrastructure side, I would say. What were the challenges that you faced, when you started, and that continue to bother, and they keep coming up to you?
See, challenges are definitely there when it comes to standardization. So when I say standardization, these treatments which we do in our clinic, they don't have a standardized protocol at many places. So educating is, that's why very important to tell the patients. For example, if they're going for even a simple laser hair reduction, there are US FDA approved technologies which are effective. Vis-a-vis, there are people who would use technologies which are not effective, which might not give them the right result. And that is something that need to be educated about. So the challenges I face is people who are not well educated are still getting into this line of business, because this is something that everyone finds it synonymous with beauty and entrepreneurship. So it's very important even now to have some sort of jurisdiction as to who can perform these procedures and who can run certain clinics like this. So that's a constant ongoing challenge that I feel that is there. But having said so, ISAAC Luxe has made a very strong brand and impact over the last 10 years. And people who know us, they definitely have the full trust, and that's what I believe in.
What are your, what would you put as the biggest accomplishment till now?
So for me, my biggest accomplishment, I feel every day is an accomplishment, because every day somehow the other thing comes up and I feel, wow, this is great. So for me, Vogue Beauty Award was one of my biggest accomplishment when I was awarded as the Skin Expert of the year 2018. That was something that I really, really think was a checkbox moment for me. Apart from that, when I opened my Mumbai clinic, that was again a very big accomplishment, because for me to step out of the zone of Delhi NCR was something that I had always dreamt of, and it is one of the very, very successful clinics. And third, I would say starting my own skincare line, which I started last year during the COVID time. I got enough time to sit back and put all my knowledge into effort. And I started with my skincare line, which is a scientific skincare line together with the science and nature.
Great. So, you actually did all the research together. You have a team of people who did it with you.
So for me, I definitely believe in teamwork, but then my experience is something that drives me. And when I say teamwork, it is just not my colleagues at my work, which is Channa, who is the CEO, but it is also my husband and my children, who always push me and applaud my achievements, which keeps me encouraged and motivated.
Very nice. Now tell me, what is a healthy lifestyle according to you?
Healthy lifestyle, I think it's a no-brainer, because these days everyone wants to be healthy, which is disease-free. As per the definition that is given, healthy is just not being disease-free, but it is also not. It is also pertaining to your mental well-being and your spiritual well-being. So for me, healthy is everything. So if you're having a stress-free sleep for 8 hours, a deep sleep, and you're waking up refreshed, that is healthy. If you're able to have a good gut motility, that is being healthy. If you're able to digest your food, that is healthy. So anything and everything. And if your communication and your family life, your spiritual life is healthy, and your relationships are healthy, that is health for me. So for me, health is just not being disease free, but healthiness reflects in everything. So be it at your work relationship, your family relationship, or your spiritual relationship with yourself.
So with so much of, 3 different cities wherein you have network of ISAAC Luxe, how do you take time for yourself, and how do you unwind yourself?
As I said, I'm a big planner. I plan my day. I have my schedule ready for each and every day. I'm a early morning person. I wake up every day at about 4:35, and during the morning hours is my me time. I definitely believe in filling in my me bucket in the morning, which gives me the enough strength, energy, and positivity for throughout the day. So I don't think so it's difficult. And sometimes one needs to understand that one part of life might need more importance than the other. And then it's okay. So, it's okay to choose well, because long term that will be reflecting in good relationships. So if your family needs more time, let it be that, because if your family life isn't happy, or if your health you are avoiding, it will come out on your work one day or the other. And if your work really is going through something and it requires more attention, be whatever, then everything else, if you have been giving it enough time, will settle in, or it will also cooperate with you. So all these factors, they need some time. So I plan my day wherein I give enough time to each and everything. So be it my own physical health, I definitely do yoga, breathing, and I give about 1 hour of strength training to myself every day. Then some work, which is generally 4 to 5 hours every day for work, be it my clinics or from home also, which has become very easy these days. And then my children, doing some activities, them doing some unwinding things like cooking or just watching Netflix is also interesting. So that's my life. And I think it's not difficult if one tries to plan their day ahead. And I think waking up in the morning has been magical for me. And I would encourage everyone out there to try and join the 5 a.m. club.
That's very nice. I think it's a bit of advice that I think each one of our viewers, you guys should be actually taking up. Tell me, Dr. Mittal, what is the best piece of advice that you have got and you actually follow it till now?
So the best piece of advice that I got was one from my father, who is a self-made man, and I look up to him when it comes to my entrepreneurial journey. And that was stay humble, stay foolish. That's something that I've always, stuck to, because no matter what, there's always something to learn. So I've always looked at my patients as not only my patients, but also as learning experiences, because each and every patient does teach you something. Your colleagues, your in your work or outside work, your competition or outside India, there's so much to learn. And I stick to reading every day, and I feel one should not put a pause to knowledge. You can learn so much, and there's so much out there. So be it reading some spiritual books or self-help books, one can learn so much from other experiences. So one should not stay satiated when it comes to learning. One should always have that hunger to learn. And discipline is something that has always worked out for me. Building up the discipline habit every day accounts for more and more accomplishments, I would say. Even a small bit of discipline or improvement, if one can do every day. So maybe 1% of improvement, if I can do in myself every day, that will account to about 50% of my growth by end of the year. That's what I feel.
Fabulously said. At the beginning of this interview, you mentioned that we were traveling. Now, tell me, what is your favorite travel destination?
I feel initially I used to feel I'm more of a beach person, but during COVID, I realized I love mountains more than beach. But I would not want to choose one over the other. Any travel post COVID is more than welcome. So for me, is very, very satisfying. And I look at travel as an unwinding point to not only relax with my family, but also to have a reflection moment for me where I am at and where do I want to go.
So any destination that you would want to mention in your bucket list?
Oh, yes. So during COVID, Dharamshala has come out to be my favorite travel destination. But my bucket list travel would be Antarctica. I definitely want to see the Northern Lights, and that's something that I'm aiming at. Another one would be to do a safari with my kids in Africa. So I promise them once the travel gets more and more safe, that's something that I look forward to doing it with them.
Very well. Thank you so much. I think one last question that I would want to ask you is a bit of advice that you would want to give to our readers for their skincare.
So skincare is not very complicated. I feel with all the media and bloggers and influencers talking about skincare, it can sometimes get very complicated, but sticking to very simple things like applying sunblock, for example, is the most easiest thing. So like I'm at the beach location right now and I don't step out without a sunblock. And reapplying the sunblock can not only prevent your skin from aging, but it can also help in not only reducing the effects of sun damage like wrinkles, sunspots. So if you're starting to apply sunblock from a young age and you keep reapplying it when you're going out in the sun, you can take care of the skin better. And when it comes to skincare, use products which are meant for your skin type and concern. Don't just go with something that is shown in the commercials or by some influencers, because that might not suit you. So don't experiment with your skin.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mittal. I think we're done with this question. I welcome you on board GlobalSpa Fit Fab with the other winners. And I do hope that, if somebody later asks you what are your biggest achievements, along with the Work Beauty Award, you would also say that, yes, I also won the GlobalSpa Fit Fab.
Absolutely. Super excited and really thankful for the entire team to acknowledge the efforts, and look forward to seeing all of you for the award ceremony.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're done here, and this was Dr. Geetika Mittal Gupta, who was chit-chatting with us in a very, discreet beach location. But that's what is important. You need to take time out, like she said. You need to plan it in advance, and that's how you would get to see the beach, and you would also get to come on board GlobalSpa the way she did. Thank you so much. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.